Mr. Broadhead's bow video. This one's about rangefinders. Do you really need one? Yeah, you do if you're a bow hunter especially. And I'm going to tell you why. Because yardage is everything when you're bow hunting. You have to be pretty accurate at judging distances and knowing how far away your target is. You can get away a few yards with a rifle or a shotgun. Your miss won't be that much. You'll be maybe an inch or two high or inch or two low. But with bow hunting, if you're off by 3 to 5 yards, that can make the difference between a good hit or a bad hit, or even a miss. So I have the Rifle Hunter 550 by Nikon. This is a great rangefinder. And for bow hunters especially, you want one specifically for bow hunting, or you want one with the incline. This is called the ID technology. You want one that can judge incline or decline with no mishaps or not being accurate. Some of the cheaper models, it's strictly for a level playing field. It's strictly for straight on 50 yards, 50 yards. But when it goes into a incline or a decline, they can be off by as much as 3 yards. And that makes the difference in bow hunting. And how do I use this? Well, if you're hunting from a tree stand, which most bow hunters do, I set up my tree stand, a few weeks before the season starts, and I bring this with me. And then I map out where I'm my target. So I'll map out a tree, and I'll say that's 20 yards. Another tree is 15 yards. That big rock is 30 yards. So, and I'll tag it with an orange piece of tape wherever I think a deer is going to be, and I'll know. You don't have to bring this with you every time you hunt. Just map out your hunting area with a rangefinder, so there's no guessing, because that's where a lot of bad shots come from when bow hunting. When you're on the tree stand, your depth perception's a little off, or you're usually off by, well, I thought the deer was 20, but it was really 25, and that can make the difference in a great lung shot or a gut shot. So that's why I recommend rangefinders. And buy some of the good names: Nikon, Bushnell, Leupold. These are true, proven, reliable. And I had this one for about 4 years, and it's been really accurate. It's a little windy out here today. So rangefinders, they're a great tool. And you can use them from a whole bunch of things, not just bow hunting. If you have the luxury of having to be able to shoot on your property, you can easily mark off 25 yards, 50 yards, whatever you can. This one says 550, so you'll see some that says 500 or 200. That's the yardage, pretty much. This one's good out to 550 in rifle mode. There's also a bow mode, which is good up to about, I think, 100 yards on this model. So they're great. Use them. Everybody, if you're a bow hunter, and this will be good to practice too. In my yard, or I'll go shooting sometimes in the woods, and I'll go set up my target, and I'll walk about what I think is 20 yards, and I'll shoot, and I'll judge my accuracy. Was I on? How far away was it? I get my rangefinder, and it'll tell me you're 18 yards. So judging distance is really important in bow hunting. You really got to be right on. You can take this with you every day you hunt, which is good, but sometimes it's hard to have this and have your bow and try to do everything at once. You don't want to have too much going on when there's a deer coming. Now there are models, I believe it's the Leupold Vendetta. There's other advances of technology. I've seen one with that works with an iPhone. iPhone lines up with your target and it tells you distance. It's amazing what's going on. But knowing yardage in bow hunting is very important. The one from Leupold mounts on your bow and it gives you a true reading, and there's a mode where it stays on, and as the deer is moving it changes. So if the deer is 15 yards away and he's walking away, it will go 17, 18, or vice versa. If the deer is 25 yards away, the deer is moving towards you, it can go 20, 18, and that's a great model. I wish I can use that, but unfortunately in New Jersey that is illegal. Why? I have no idea, because all that does is help you with an ethical shot. So hopefully that they're working on changes on that. Check your state regulations about rangefinders that mount to your bow. They don't project any lasers or nothing like that. To set it up, it does, but once it's set up, it just acts like a rangefinder. Now I can use this, but I can't use one mounted to my bow. I think that's stupid. But guys, they range from anywhere, a decent one from 200 to about 350, 400. I paid about $250 for this one, and it's great for everything. Bow, rifle, and sometimes I take this with me when I go shooting at like Fort Dix, where they have 100 yards, 50, and I can know my distance right away if I want to sight in my scope or sight in a red dot. So rangefinders, they're a great tool, especially for bow hunters. I highly recommend one. But one thing you want to get with them, the key is one with an incline decline technology, and they'll say it on it. There's some by Chuck Adams, by Bushnell, I believe, strictly for bow hunters. There's a lot of great ones out there now. Technology has advanced so much in these. I had this one for about 4 years, and they're smaller, they're more compact, and they're just overall better. But this one still works, and I don't need one, hopefully for a long time. But if New Jersey ever changes its regulations, I'll get that Vendetta by Lupo. Just sweet. It just takes guessing, less things you have to worry about with bow hunting. Like I said, with bow hunting, knowing the distance is key to a good shot. You're off 5 yards, that can make or break a hunt. So Ritchie, bullets and broadheads, rangefinders, they're a great tool. I highly recommend getting one, and that's how I use them. Set them up, you know, set up your stand, set up your blind, mark off spots. You work from a ground blind too. You know, just say that tree's 50 yards, 40 yards, 30 yards, whatever, and you can know your target when the deer approaches. You don't have to keep popping this up. And if you have a buddy hunting with you or he's filming, give him that. Let him tell you the yardage. And it takes a lot of guesswork for you, and it frees up your hands. A lot less things you have to do, a lot less noise you make, and you can have your bow and be ready to draw without worrying about keep ranging them. So bullets and broadheads, quick little video. Rangefinders, they're a great tool. Highly recommend one. Get a name brand, Bushnell, Lupo, Nikon. Don't go for the cheap ones. You get what you pay for in some things. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a lot more bow vids. The weather's nice. I got some ground blind vids coming up. How to put up a tree stand. What type of steps I use. So for you bow guys, a lot of great videos coming up. Take care. Bullets and broadheads out.